Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm in the process of revamping this channel. I started it up a number of years ago when I developed a network of professional installers to install basketball goals, do fitness equipment work, and that sort of thing. Um, but the reason why I said that, I just want to let you know that even though I'm going to show you how I lifted this aquarium by myself, I am definitely not advocating that you go out and try to do this unless you have some kind of a mechanical or professional installer's background. Um, anyway, a while back, someone gave me a 150-gallon aquarium, and it has half-inch glass, so it weighs somewhere around 280 to 300 pounds. Um, it wasn't really in great shape. I think the aquarium was used for uh, keeping large lizards in, because there were some pretty severe scratches on the inside of the glass, and I can't imagine how they could have got there other than that. And I'm sorry I didn't do a video on removing the scratches the best that I could. There's some that are still there, but I'm thinking that once I get it completely finished and get the new seal in, um, I will, when I fill it up with water, I think most of that stuff is going to disappear anyway. Because like I said, it's on the inside, and I've got it polished out the best, absolute best that I could do it. Um, Anyway, I finished what I was going to do with it while it was on the floor. I had some friends, actually, I had a friend tell me about it, and he said he had a friend that had an aquarium they wanted to get rid of. And I come to find out that getting rid of a 300-gallon aquarium is kind of a hard thing to do. Not too many people want them, and if they do, they don't have a way to get it to their own place. But I had a couple of friends that helped me pick it up. I brought it back to my shop, and we set it on the aquarium stand, and then those guys took off, and they came back a couple of weeks later, and I asked them to help me drop it to the floor because I wanted to be able to reach in without being on a ladder to do the resealing of the aquarium, taking out the old seal, cleaning it up, and putting a new seal in with aquarium type silicone. Uh, and I'm in the end process of that, of installing the new. It's all cleaned up and everything. Uh, that I might do a video on, putting the new in. I don't have any video of taking the old out. So getting on with the getting the aquarium off the ground and onto my um, stand again. My friends came over. One of them is not really, in super good shape to be able to do heavy lifting of something 300 pounds. So he brought his son over, and we did make an attempt to pick that thing up. It was laying on the ground. I did have it up on some 2x4s, and we was able to get our fingers up underneath it, and we went to pick it up, and I come to find out that it's a lot easier to drop something from that heavy that's on a stand down to the floor without any problems, but it's a heck of a lot harder to get it back up on the stand. So uh, since he wasn't able to help me, um, I was thinking about some other people that I could get a hold of to help me, bigger dudes that do some weightlifting and stuff, and I know a few. But it's hard to get them to come out and do anything. So what I did was, I got to thinking. I was a professional basketball goal installer. I raised backboards, 72-inch backboards with the framework, the metal and the glass and everything. They weighed 300 pounds, some of them 350. Um, Pretty heavy backboards. I installed those by myself, and I did it by developing a crane that I was able to attach to an A-frame ladder. And I got to thinking, well, wonder if I could drop down the winch and uh, go horizontal instead of vertical with the crane and raise that basketball goal up. Well, that's what I did. And so let's go down to the shop and I'll show you what I did, exactly what I did, raising this monster by myself. What I'm getting ready to do here is I'm hopefully going to show you without dropping this 150-gallon aquarium onto the floor and shattering it everywhere. I used to raise basketball goals by myself. The backboards were half-inch glass. It was huge. They weighed close to 300 pounds. And I rigged up a system for a crane that hooked up to this type of ladder so I could raise it up. And I thought, well, wonder if I can use both of my A-frame type ladders, drop the winch to the middle of the perforated tubing to be able to center it up and then raise this. This is going to be really close. I hope it works because I've got exactly 30 inches, or no, I've got 30 inches I got to go up. And what I have on the travel here is 33 inches. So it should be okay. The whole plan is to raise this up into the air so I can slide this stand for the aquarium underneath. And actually I didn't take into consideration the 1.5 inches on the bottom 2x4, and I'll show you that in a few minutes on how I connected the 2x4s so that they don't come apart when it's raising all of this weight. Trust me, it's in there pretty solid. So I'm going to line this up the best I can so I don't have a whole lot of stuff to do when I finally get it up in the air. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. It's kind of awkward up here trying to turn this thing. I think it's going to make it, I don't know. Well, here's to you, kid. I hope this works. Oops. Yeah, there you go, Mike. Knock the ladder over. Okay. Gotta get it lined up here the best I can. Okay. All right. Now it's time to lower that bad boy down. Looks like I'm going to have to lock that in again and get down here and line it up a little better because it's kind of traveling on me a little bit. Okay, there. Hopefully. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay. Like I said, I used this thing to raise backboards by myself and did it pretty successfully. Rose hundreds of backboards with this system. And not only did I, but I worked for a couple national companies. And well, and that's how you raise 300 pounds of aquarium by yourself. Yeah. This is Mike. Catch you later.